We're going to make some langues biscuits, or cat's tongue biscuits, which are long. They work perfectly well as ice cream wafers, really crispy and light, very easy to make, and we are going to dip them in chocolate, aren't we?
And they're not made of cat's tongues?
No, they're not made of cat's tongues, otherwise they wouldn't be that colour, would they? They're going to be pale golden brown. So, in the bowls in front of us, pre-measured, we have 95 grams of golden caster sugar, we have 95 grams of soft unsalted butter, we have 125 grams of plain flour, and 3 egg whites. No, those are egg yolks. This is the egg whites. I've put the egg yolks there so you can see that I have in fact separated them. Oh. Marvellous.
Okay.
All right, cool. So the sequence is we're going to put the butter and sugar together into the bowl and we're going to cream it with the mixer. So if you want to do that, and I will explain why the butter needs to be soft and why needs to be well whisked and smooth and light and fluffy. And the reason is, if it is not like that, it will be very difficult to pipe out of the bag, right? Because we're going to dispense or make the biscuits using a piping bag. Okay, so if you mix that up a little bit with the spatula and then put the mixer into it and give it some welly.
Wow.
The demon mixer. Okay, so move it around. So if you stop now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean down the edges of the bowl so we don't waste anything. And everything gets properly mixed.
Yep.
Yep, go for it. You are a demon with that thing, aren't you? Right, I think we've mixed it enough. So if you want to, no, thank you. If you want to push the beaters out, please. Thank you. And then we'll put this away out of the way. And then we're going to put the flour and the egg white all in at the same time. Lovely. And then with that, just mix it all up.
Ah.
That's right.
Sorry.
Can I give you a hand?
In there is flour, sugar, butter, and
egg white.
egg white. Okay, so it's pretty much the exact same thing as the cake that we made earlier.
Yes, but it's done in a different sequence and there is no egg yolk in it, right? And we aren't using self-raising flour.
Okay.
That's it. So we're now going to make use of Dick's top tip of the day from series 1. We're going to put it into a piping bag, like that. So
that is not Dick's top tip for today,
though. No, Dick's top tip for the day is going to come in a couple of minutes.
That's an old top tip.
That's an old top tip, yeah. So if you want to scrape that into there.
It's all over my hair.
No. Good, right, so let's get rid of that. Next thing to do, there we go, one nice clean piping bag.
Just gonna go in.
Okay, and while you're doing that, I'm going to wipe the surface. Right, we've cleaned ourselves up and we've now got our tray ready, lined with our baking parchment. And we've got our piping bag with biscuit mix, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to cut the end off the bag so that we can pipe it out. But the amount that we cut off the bag is critical, because if we cut too much, the mix is going to come out uncontrollably. And we want nice, thin little biscuits. All right, so I'm just going to cut a little piece off the end like that. And it is better to cut too little than too much, because you could always cut a little bit more off, but you can't put it back. Okay, so let me just hold that, twist that up. Right, and what we're aiming to do is we're going to pipe little thin strips of it. And this is Dick's top tip of the day, which is?
Second top tip of the day.
Second top tip. Well, the first one was a repeat top tip. We're going to put a dot of mix in the corners of the baking tray like this.
This is not for eating.
This is not for eating. This is to stop our parchment blowing away inside the oven. All right? Marvellous. Right, and what we're looking to do is we're making...
This is edible. So is that, but I wouldn't recommend it.
We're going to make long biscuits like this.
Okay.
I think we're going to cut a little bit more off the end of the bag.
So if you've got that, cut a bit more.
Yep, so we end up with that.
Okay.
Right? You managed that?
How much in between, like a centimetre?
You want a 1.5 to 2 centimetres because they will spread, yes? No closer together than that.
So,
right, and we need 200, please, yeah?
I am right-handed. So
right, if I turn the tray round like this, will it be easier for you?
if I'm right-handed, do I hold the bag with my right hand?
No, if you're right-handed, you hold the back of the bag like that, and you control it with your left hand like that, and you use your right hand to squeeze. Okay? And then just, there we go. That's very good. We're now going to put these into the oven, which we have preheated to normally 180, but as we know, Maelle's oven cooks hot, so we're baking at 165, and they will only take 10 to 12 minutes. As they go into the oven, they will start to spread, and then they will finish baking and they will colour, and it's like toast. When it starts to go brown, they go brown very quickly, so we will need to keep our eyes on them. Okay, so let's pop those in the oven then. Oh. We are ready now to finish off our biscuits. We've taken them out of the oven. We transferred them onto 1 or 2 sheets, so we've got a spare piece of baking parchment to work with, and we're going to dip them, or half dip them, in chocolate. Right? And we've melted the chocolate very carefully in the microwave, being careful not to get it too hot. So that it retains its shine. Okay, cool. So the next bit is just easy. Well, you've probably worked that out anyway. So it's in, and what you need to do is to shake off the excess, like that, and then just lay it down like that. Right, are you ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
We're rolling? Marvellous. Well, I think the results of your efforts, our efforts, have been stunning. These are, I think, 2 of the prettiest cakes I have ever seen. And it just goes to show just how easy it is to make something from some very simple ingredients. Just a simple cacao or Victoria sponge mix and very simple biscuits just dipped in chocolate. Nobody would turn their nose up at that. Are you pleased with them?
Yeah, really.
No, you should be. I think they're really stunning. Really stunning. Straightforward, natural, perfect.